Can you believe it? It is almost summer camp time. And whether it's a day camp or a sleepover camp, the social anxieties can be real. They certainly are in my house. So while you're helping them pack their bags, it's also important to prepare them emotionally so that they can have a great camp experience. Teen coach Sheri Gazitt is back to help. Sheri, welcome.
I'm glad to be here.
Oh, we are glad to talk about this. My child is going to her fifth grade sleepaway camp. We got Girl Scout sleepaway camp. There's a lot of camp. And we often think that summer camp is all fun and games, right? But there's also still friendship drama. And it's all happening at warp speed. It feels like it's sped up way more. What is happening? What is going on?
Yes, so it is, like you said, it's warp speed. So you can have in one day, a friendship is created, it's dissolved. There's girl drama, exclusion, rumors, gossip, all of this and fast forward.
I hate that. I hate the exclusion. That's the one thing that makes me so mad. So how do you make the most of the summer camp experience? How do we prepare for this? You say there's a few skills that we need to brush up on. Let's talk about them and these specific, simple techniques that you have. The first one is you say it's important to attract people.
Yes, so one of the things that especially for the more shy girls is when you get there, you want to attract people to you.
Okay.
So you can do that by what t-shirt you're wearing, what shoes you're wearing. Doesn't mean you have to have an expensive thing.
Right.
Something that shows your interest. And maybe the books you bring, the blanket you bring.
So like a conversation starter.
Exactly. Something that people are like, oh, I'm interested in the same things you are.
Okay, so my kid loves Twilight. She brings a giant Edward blanket.
Exactly.
Boom.
Yes, yes.
She did that. She brought an Edward picture last time. I got a little. Anyway, you say also it's how do you have a simple conversation? How do you teach your child to be this is how you start a simple conversation?
Right. So one of the things is teach them to listen and to notice. So just like on the first thing we're talking about, the attraction to, how people are attracted to you, you want to look at what's attracting you to people and comment on that.
Okay.
Talk about it. I like your t-shirt. Do you like Twilight? Or did you go to the Taylor Swift concert?
Right.
Notice things about people, and when you do that, you're automatically starting a conversation based on what they want to talk about. So it's a great way to start, and then listen, ask questions, give compliments, things that just start a connection.
This is for teens, but this could help adults too.
Absolutely,
I'm
yes.
just saying. This is important. Everybody listen up. Stop the presses. How do we deflect drama?
Yes, so important. So a lot of times what will happen as the girls are vying for their position, their in their social circle at camp, is they'll start to talk bad about people to say, hey, you like me more than you like her.
Yeah.
So you can just say, oh, I really like her. I think she's really nice. And that kind of stops the conversation there.
Yeah.
The other piece also is if somebody comes and they're mad at another person, you can say, I'm there to support you, but you really should go talk to her about this.
Yeah. Again, helpful for adults too.
Yes.
Because adult friend groups can be very much a bunch of young girls in a cabin. I'll tell you what. How to have to deal with conflict. I know you kind of mentioned it a little bit, but let's talk a little bit more about conflict because it can get very heated.
It can, and we want our girls to learn now so that when they're adult women, that they know how to do this. So you say, I really appreciate you as a friend. I like hanging out with you. When you tease me, I feel really sad, and I really hope you don't tease me anymore.
Yeah.
Whatever the issue is, to just talk about it, but not in a judgmental, you shouldn't do that, you're a bad person.
Yeah.
Just do it in a way that's I appreciate you and let's work this out.
Yeah. What about boys? Because teen boys, I know, it's my son, he doesn't, he's not the same when it comes to communication as my daughter is.
Right.
And they're very physical. How do you resolve that conflict? What do you tell them?
All of this stuff is the same. I talk about girls because that's who I primarily work with, but they also can have these conversations. They don't have to duke it out. It doesn't have to be physical, but they can say, hey, I don't like it when you're pushing me around. I don't like this being so physical and wrestling, unless they do, but just be upfront with it.
Be upfront, be open, no matter who you are. Just be upfront and say, hey, I don't like this. I'm not happy here. I'm not safe. Are those good words to use?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, that's good. How do we, I understand as parents, sometimes some parents might overreact. How do we calm ourselves? How do we just let them deal with it themselves?
Right. Well, here's the interesting thing about summer camp. We're not there.
That's
right?
true. That's
so
a good
they
point.
get to go and they don't have parents involved. They don't have the social media, they don't have texting, they don't have receipts they're taking. They get in real life, in real time, get to deal with all of these social things.
Yeah.
Now they may come home from summer camp and dump it all out and tell you what happened.
Yeah.
And you just say, oh, I'm so proud of how you handled that. Or how do you think you could handle it differently next year?
That's so great. Oh my gosh, that's such good advice. Okay, and also you do have online support for parents, right?
Yes, so this summer we have the Socially Supercharged Summer, and it's online courses to learn how to do some of these things: conflict resolution, how to deal with rejection, how to create conversations and connection. So we have that available so that we can get the kids ready for summer camp, and so they can have a spectacular time there and less drama.
How do we find that? How do we all find that?
teen-wise.com, and there will be a link there.
Okay. I know my producer can get that for me, but I just want to make sure I write that down, because sure, these are such great advice. It's actually to the point. It's a matter of fact, and I really appreciate you. Thank you.